Hey there, Cutie and Cosplay here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 stories. So today's a story time. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so my first story is sliding down a hill in my backyard. So my childhood home had this large backyard with a very steep incline. There was a little walking path down it, but there was also just a straight slope down it, very direct. So one time after elementary school, my friend came over and we were playing with this old little toddler boat that I had. I think it was like Little Tykes or something. You could sit in it and it had a curved bottom so you could like go back and forth. So that's what that boat was like. And of course, for some reason, I came up with the grand idea that I would ride it down the slope. I think we kept making a joke that this would be really cool and that it would be super extreme awesomeness. So we tested it a few times, pushing the boat down, and mostly the boat did not make a safe trip down. It very much makes me think of now that scene from The Office where Michael plans to jump onto the bouncy castle and they keep throwing the watermelon and Michael's like, no more watermelons. The tests are going horrible. If it keeps going like this, I'm not going to do it. And like, that's exactly what it was. The tests were going terrible and I was like, I just have to do it, otherwise I'm not going to. So eventually I just say screw it and I get ready to slide down. My friend is watching from the top of the hill. I start sliding down. And as I'm sliding, I hit this large bump. The little boat flies into the air and flips me out. And I just end up sprawled out on the dirt and pine needles. And I'm not moving. I am in some shock, some pain. And I hear my friend from the top of the hill call out, panicking my name, like, oh my god, probably thinking I'm dead. And after what seems like forever, I pick myself up off the ground, shakily stand up, and weakly say, super extreme awesomeness. So that was a really dumb thing I did, and I'm very lucky I didn't break a bone or smash my face or something horrible like that. I think I came out unscathed. Very miraculous. But yeah, the stupid things you do when you're a kid. Okay, so my next story is, I would say it's less of a funny story and more just an achievement that I'm proud of, that I was able to accomplish back then. So, in all the years of school that I was forced to take it, I hated PE class. I feel like there was a lot of times I got the short end of the stick too, and I had it in the morning, so it's cold, and then you're just sweaty all day, the rest of the day, like, terrible. Just made it even worse. I remember coming back from summer in middle school, and the first thing that teacher did was make us run a mile. And of course, I had played video games all summer, so I was out of shape, and I just have this very vivid memory of tears streaming down my face while I'm in pain, just running so slowly, so pathetically. Anyway, cut to my sophomore year in high school, and we had a good teacher. He was really cool. He had us do a lot of fun stuff, like for the most part, and he made it just feel more rewarding, so I was motivated to really try. And basically everything that we were doing that entire year was to get us prepared for this 5-mile graded run at the end of the year. I remember when that day finally came and I was pretty nervous. Sadly, it was timed, and I did not complete the 5-mile in time, but when he called it and said, everybody can stop running, I kept running, and I asked him if I could finish it because I had like 1 or 2 laps left. Like, come on, that's 20 laps total. I must have been on like 18 or 19. So he let me, And I remember getting that last burst of sprinting energy. I was really excited. I finished the whole 5 mile, and I remember the teacher and some classmates being proud of me. It was just a really cool feeling for myself. Like me, who had led such a sedentary lifestyle. And I remember how good it was feeling fit too. Like, I remember having some tone, like muscle in my legs. That was cool, and like doing some more, and sometimes I could do more intense exercises and I wouldn't run out of breath while like my friends would. It was obviously not being better than other people. That wasn't what I enjoyed, but it was a good feeling to like be in shape. And who knows if I'll ever have that motivation again, because it was the entire year that every other day I would, obviously not the entire year, school days, you have days off, but essentially most of the year, every other day, you're exercising, and I don't know how to make that work for my own life now. But anyway, it was just a really cool moment. I wish I could, I would like to be that fit again, but we'll see. Alright, and my last one is a goofy one. So one night, my cousins and a friend of ours decided to get Taco Bell. So the friend was driving, cars packed with us, we're in the drive-thru, waiting behind another car to order, and he asks us what we all want. One of my cousins wanted a Nachos Bell Grande, so when we got up to the speaker, he said he wanted the wrong one. He said he wanted the Nachos Supreme. My cousin ended up correcting him, like, no, I don't want that one. He says, it's the other one. And the friend tried to correct it really quickly, and he ended up calling it a Grande Nachos Bell. And the person taking the order did not understand him. And just everyone in the car starts laughing at him, which made him laugh. He tries to order again, but because we're all laughing, his voice would crack, and he couldn't speak clearly or like get through a sentence. So the person working at this point is starting to get mad because they think he's just trolling them. And then since he couldn't finish the order, when the person asked, like, is that all you want? He just said yes because he was embarrassed and could barely get a word out. So we keep going with only one order for a car full of people. And as we're waiting for our turn at the window, our friend he's sitting there panicking because the person working sounded upset, and like, we only got one food item for all these people, so we're gonna have to get back in line and like order more food. And he was just freaking out over how much this employee hated him. Like, so everybody ended up being like, it's cool, man, like, we could just go to another place, like, we can go to another fast food restaurant, blah blah blah. And he was excited. He was like, yeah, get me out of this mess. So, during all that craziness, like I said, my friend decided that, like, what if we just leave and go to a different fast food place? So everybody agreed, and when the last car in front of us drove off, we could see that the woman at the window like turned around to do something, and that's when he saw his opening. He took the chance. He let out this high-pitched scream and just gunned it out of there. We didn't even get the nachos in the end. And that is 3 stories from my life. Little tidbits, bits and pieces. Let me know in the comments if you have any similar stories that you thought of, or just any funny stories in general. Always good. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!